What's up, people? Welcome back to Kobo Sports Room, a sports channel. We discuss football, everything football here, previews, review, transfers, player profile, perspective, everything football here. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell, follow us on our social media platform, watch other videos from this channel. The channel is not moving, the views are not moving, so watch other videos on this particular channel. Today is a transfer update. Obviously, the Community Shield went on and all of that. I mean, that is not, so to speak, an official trophy in England. So the buzz around the Community Shield becomes, some way. If it was the FA Cup final, or let's say the Carabao Cup or the English Premier League, that becomes, a big trophy for us to, talk about that. I mean, Liverpool lost the Community Shield and all of that. Crystal Palace, Oliver Glasner, top performance. Oliver Glasner is doing well. He is doing well. I didn't doubt him when he was coming to the Premier League, because if you know Oliver Glasner from the days of Eintracht Frankfurt, when he won the Europa League, he's scoring Barcelona and all of that, you know what you are getting. So Oliver Glasner, big congratulations to him. Did really well. Preseason games are also going on, Chelsea also winning all their 2 preseason games convincingly. They won it convincingly. So the players are saying that they are ready for the Premier League, campaign, or the Premier League first game. So let's see what happens. But today is a transfer video, and we have shocking news. You can see on the thumbnail, shocking moves, and we are here to explain to you into details what is actually going on. So let's move straight into the video, and we move to Gianluigi Donnarumma. Gianluigi Dounnaruma, a 26-year-old PSG player, and an Italian, also the Italian national team goalkeeper, Gianluigi Donnarumma. On a record, for a fact, Gianluigi Donnarumma is the best goalkeeper in the continent, or in Europe right now as we speak. He is the best goalkeeper as of now. That is Gianluigi Donnarumma. But his contract situation at PSG is becoming some way, and it makes it so difficult because PSG has brought in Lucas Chevalier from Lille Metropole, and he is a young goalkeeper. He won the best goalkeeper in the Ligue 1, Le Championnat, last season. So he is coming in as a young goalkeeper, a very good goalkeeper, even though he doesn't have the experience of Gianluigi Donnarumma. But this guy, Lucas Chevalier, is a very good goalkeeper, and PSG has made it a point to fix him as the first goalkeeper, because they have seen that Gianluigi Donnarumma doesn't want to sign the contract, and that is why now PSG, they are moving in a different direction. It is not like the 3 years PSG. It is not like the four years ago PSG. Now PSG, their sporting structure is becoming some way. So if you are a player and you want to flex them, it is going to be very difficult for you to flex them. And there's not even about flex with the situation of Gianluigi Donnarumma. Now let me break it down. Gianluigi Donnarumma takes 213,000 euros a week in PSG right now. Now, according to Casio Mercato, PSG are offering him 7 million, base salary plus 3 million bonuses salary. So that's like 10 million euros salary. And that salary is, so to speak, like a pay cut to what he is on right now. And let's be real, Gianluigi Donnarumma has been very instrumental in PSG's treble campaign this season. Last season, Gianluigi Donnarumma was one of the best players in PSG, and he has always been a top goalkeeper for them. Just that things has not been well in PSG, blah blah. Gianluigi Donnarumma has done really well since he moved to AC Milan to PSG. Kwicha Kvaratskhelia came from Napoli, and he is now the second highest paid player in PSG. So if your salary structure is like this, and you want to offer a contract to a goalkeeper like this with 10 million, that is 7 million base salary and 3 million according to Casio Mercato, it is going to be very hard for him to accept that contract, considering the fact that this contract might be one of his biggest contract, his last biggest contract, because he is 26. If you are offering him a contract, it should be around 3+1 or 4+1. That is his biggest contract in his, in his footballing career. So the situation of Gianluigi Donnarumma and the contract PSG are offering him, according to Casio Mocato, makes it difficult for him to sign. It makes it difficult for him to sign. According to Casio Mocato, PSG want him to take a pay cut. And I don't think he will take a pay cut. Look at his caliber of a goalkeeper. He's not taking a pay cut. Currently, he has been, sidelined. Or should I even put it like he has been dropped in this Super Cup squad for PSG, and it sounds a clear signal to Gianluigi Donnarumma that no, bro, you are not in our plans anymore. Lucas Chevalier is here, and you are not in our plans anymore, and that is why Gianluigi Donnarumma will leave PSG this summer, or this transfer window. PSG won 26 million euros for Gianluigi Donnarumma. He has 1 year left on his contract. Gianluigi Donnarumma might stay and move on a free transfer to a team of his choice, as he did AC Milan. The same thing he did in AC Milan, he might do the same thing in PSG. If he stays this season, it means one thing: he is staying and he will not play. Or they sell him and he moves to a bigger club, go and play there. What are you choosing? If you are a goalkeeper, best goalkeeper in the world right now, what will you choose? Will you stay and move as a free agent, or move and go and continue your football, play your football? So it is up to Gianluigi Donnarumma to also decide. Now, there has been report from France that Manchester United are interested. Chelsea are interested. I don't think Chelsea will do. That is the statement. I don't think Chelsea will do that. Chelsea can, but Chelsea will not do, because of the salary he is on right now. And Chelsea don't really need a goalkeeper, according to them. If it was me, I would bring Gianluigi Donnarumma in a first, as a first goalkeeper for Chelsea. But the Chelsea Sporting, structure, or the Chelsea Sporting guys are saying that they don't need a goalkeeper. That is the report coming out from Chelsea. Some sources are also reporting that Chelsea are in a negotiation with Gianluigi Donnarumma to sign him. So let's see what happens. Manchester United, on the other hand, if they go in for Gianluigi Donnarumma, it will improve their goalkeeping situation. It will help them challenge for the top four. They are not coming to win the Premier League, no, but it will help them to challenge for the top four, because Gianluigi Donnarumma is an upgrade over Andre Onana as we speak now. But if any move will be possible, according to the sources from the Athletic, Manchester United has to sell Andre Onana first before they can make a move for Gianluigi Donnarumma. Well, I don't think it's supposed to be the way. I mean, how much are you paying for Gianluigi Donnarumma? How much salary is he coming to take? We have some players that are on exorbitant salary at Manchester United. So if you give Gianluigi Donnarumma £250,000 per week for him to come and help the goalkeeping situation, I don't think it's a problem. But I mean, they are saying it will be a problem if they don't sell a goalkeeper, or specifically Andre Onana, before they bring in Gianluigi Donnarumma. So, ladies and gentlemen, Gianluigi Donnarumma's situation is a very tense situation in PSG right now. Let's see what happens. If you ask me, I would take Donnarumma at Chelsea, but I mean, I don't make decisions in Chelsea. So quickly, let's move on to the next transfer story. Yesterday, we had a bomber that Tottenham Hotspur wants to make a move for Savio, Manchester City Savio, and according to sources, he is keen on a move from Manchester City to Tottenham Hotspur. I don't know what Tottenham Hotspur are trying to do. We have heard news that they are also keen to go in for Eberechi Eze from Crystal Palace, considering Son Heung-min leaving the club. So I mean, and then obviously a long-term injury for James Maddison. So Tottenham Hotspur, they are playing the Champions League. They want to support the coach and all of that. They have already sent a 50 million proposal to Manchester City, but Manchester City wants more. It's expected that, or has been reported that Manchester City wants 70 million euros for Savio. I don't think he's worth that amount, but if Tottenham Hotspur will be able to up their bid a little bit, they will be able to get the signature for Savio, the Brazilian, youngster in Manchester City. Probably around 55 million or at least 60 million will do for Savio. This is a shocking move. We didn't expect this in the transfer window, and for Savio to be keen on the move, it means that he has heard something or he has seen something in Manchester City. Of course, he is not going to play every single game in Manchester City next season. So if you have a chance to move to another club to go and play more football or more minutes, bro, and there's a club going for the Champions League or playing in the Champions League, bro, you should be able to, make a move. Just make the move. So that is Savio's situation with respect to Tottenham Hotspur and then Manchester City. Now, Alejandro Garnacho, tell Fabrizio Romano, tell Akwana Yejuma. Fabrizio Romano is working. This is called, PR. This is called, journalism for a player at its peak. So Fabrizio Romano has been working for, Alejandro Garnacho. I mean, and bro, you can't fault him. He's a journalist. He's a freelancer. He has built his platform. So, bro, I would have fault him. I would want to be like him. So if he's doing it, I don't simply have anything to say about it. It is the game. And that is the game, bro. So Fabrizio Romano, big shout outs to him. He has really worked for Alejandro Garnacho this particular summer. But yesterday we had a news that Alejandro Garnacho is waiting for Chelsea, and it is Chelsea or he will stay and not play in Manchester United. I feel like this kind of communique from journalists should tame down a little bit, because the valuation of Manchester United and Chelsea, it is very, 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 very far away. Manchester United wants 50 million pounds. Chelsea are willing to pay 30 million. So if they want to compromise, or if there is going to be any compromise, it is even going to be 40 million, or let's say 35 million plus add-ons, or probably maybe a loan plus obligation to buy or option to buy. So this kind of communique with respect to Alejandro Garnacho, I think should tame down a little bit, because the deal is going to be a hard deal. Because Alejandro Garnacho is proving stubborn in Manchester United, and if I am a director, I would also want to prove to him that yes, we own you. Chelsea doesn't own you, but we rather own you. So this kind of communique should tame down a little bit. But if you ask me, I would take Garnacho at Chelsea, and I will explain. Let me explain. Jamie Bino Gittins is, so to speak, senior, or it is looking like he is going to be our left winger for Chelsea next season. And we are playing a lot of competition: Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League. And Jamie Bino Gittins, end product, we have seen it. He's my player. He has always been my player. Go and watch my competition I did for them and I did for Borussia Dortmund. He's been my favorite player in Borussia Dortmund since he was at Borussia Dortmund. A very good player, but his end product makes it so hard for Chelsea to trust him going into next season for Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, and then the Premier League. So we have to bring in another player in the left wing situation. And if you are bringing in Garnacho is not that top, but Garnacho has, he has gone past the adaptation process in the Premier League. And that is why it is very important, if Chelsea wants to go in for Garnacho, probably maybe he is relatively cheaper option as compared to, Jamie Bino Gittins. So if you give him competition there, it helps to push Bino Gittins and also push Garnacho to their best. So that is why I think that Chelsea should go in for Alejandro Garnacho. I will take him at Chelsea. Obviously, his attitude and demeanor on social media, I think that when it comes to Chelsea, it will change. But let's see, if it doesn't change, we ship him to Arsenal. If it doesn't change, he will be shipped to Arsenal. So I will take Garnacho at Chelsea on any day. I will take him at Chelsea, considering the cheaper. He is very cheap as compared to the Udo or the wingers we have, because Manchester United has made it clear that they are going to sell him. So just go and get Alejandro Garnacho to Chelsea. But I think that the communique that is coming out from journalists should, calm down a little bit. Yesterday we heard the news that Chelsea are advancing on a move to sign Alejandro Garnacho. I don't know what is happening with the Xavi Simons deal. I don't know, but yes, that is what we have on Alejandro Garnacho. Now, talking about Manchester United, Carlos Baleba, a central and also a defensive midfielder for Brighton and Hove Albion. He is a Cameroonian midfielder. So a very, 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 very good midfielder, very robust physicality. He is there, passing, shooting ability. Very, very good player. So, but Brighton will not sell to Manchester United on a cheaper price. The valuation out there is that Brighton will be willing to accept £105 million for Carlos Baleba. This is a guy who came to Brighton not long ago. He was the replacement for Caicedo, so it was not long ago, and they are getting £105 million. I mean, that is the money they have placed on him. But I don't think Manchester United will pay that. Probably around 90 million, or let's say 95 million will do for Carlos Baleba. According to sources, he is keen on a move to Manchester United. I mean, who will not play Manchester United? If you are in Brighton and Manchester United are coming for you, and you know that you are going to be a starter at Manchester United, I mean, who will not play for Manchester United? So that is what we have. Is Carlos Baleba going to move to Manchester United? Manchester United, what do you see in Carlos Baleba? How will he fit in your system? I think that if he comes to Manchester United, is it that Ugarte is going to stay on a bench? Or he's coming to play with Ugarte as one of the central midfielders, or as a defensive midfielder, and Ugarte will play as a central midfielder, or he's coming to play as a central midfielder and Ugarte will play as a defensive midfielder? That is a question for Ruben Amorim to also answer there. And if he plays there, is Bruno Fernandes going to move a little bit advanced? Let's see what happens. Is it going to be 4-3-3, or it is going to be 4-2-3-1? Or it is going to be 2 top, or it is going to be 3-4-2-1. Let's see what happens out there. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been your transfer update. Click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell. This is Kobo Sports Room. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your time, and bet on M Sports. M Sports, the leading betting company in Ghana. Bet on M Sports. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your time, and peace.